rising tide. There's nothing to be afraid of, just try hard, see what you're made of. And to all of you who feel trapped, detached, lonely, this is my philosophy. Call me autonomous, call me self-governing, call me emancipated, call me at liberty, call me independent, call me anything, but it
94.3 WKUF LP. It's Crave Alliance Showcase. Again, that was Tunde right there with Just Call Me Free. Man, I love that track, Tunde, man.
That's one of my favorite tracks, and that's the one that has gotten the most popularity a lot, like especially on the internet and with iTunes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's all right. Well, I can see why, man. I like that track, man.
That's a fun one.
So you be using the internet a lot for getting your message
Yeah,
out, getting
like,
your music out there?
MySpace, it's weird because I know Facebook is more popular in the US and stuff, like it's a lot more popular, but around the world, MySpace is still the most popular social network. And that has led to a lot of really good collaborations, and I can do marketing from my house. You know, everyone uses MySpace and Facebook for promoting their shows, promoting parties, things like that. So
Right. So man, I know a lot of the listeners out here have been hearing your tracks on the show for the last couple of years. I know I play at least one or two every show, man, because you're on a lot of people's stuff too. Like I know Theory, we played a Theory track with you on it earlier today. But I mean, you want to just give them a brief introduction to yourself? Like, I mean, you're in a couple bands, right, man?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the first music project I did was Taste This, and we started in like 03, 04. After that, I did a solo record called Infinite Modulation, and I collaborated with some people from Flint, you know, like Theory, Main Event, produced a track on there. Jimi Hendrix, who was in Taste This, things like that.
Jimi Hendrix, y'all.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix is on my album, basically. And then after that, I worked with, and we're still working in a project called Stereolux with Controller. Lisa's actually our manager, and we are kind of like an electro pop outfit with a little bit of rock in it, but not as much. It's usually more live because we do live guitars and things like that. But hopefully the next album has a little bit more of like a rock feel to it as well.
Now you in that group right there, it's you and one other person, right?
Yeah,
and
Controller. His real name is Brian. He's from Lake Orion, and so we collaborated on Honey, and that was before we were in a group. We just did that track together, and then I think the next year is when we actually recorded and started working on everything. And the cool thing, I mean, it's the internet. Like, we really rarely met. I don't think we ever really met in person to work on stuff. For that album, it was all IM, like instant messenger, emailing tracks, and that was it. So
man, there's one question that I actually ask every single musician that comes down here.
Libra.
And that's not it.
Oh.
But I actually know, knowing a little bit about you, man, I know you got a real good answer for this. I mean, I think you do.
Okay.
So I'm putting you on the spot. But so we're down here. This is a Flint Crave Alliance show right here, and we're all about helping artists and artists helping each other to basically succeed as artists, as creative individuals. And I know we got so much talent here in Flint, and it seems like not as much of it as should gets out there to the rest of the world for the rest of the world to hear. And how are you promoting yourself to build that community here?
Well, I don't want to make it sound like I'm this kind of Svengali thing where there's this huge master plan, because that would be kind of dishonest. I think it's a couple of things. One, I don't want to sound arrogant. Like, you have to be talented. Like, you have to have like talent, but also, because I know a lot of talented people, but you have to be able to really get across something that connects with people. Musically, however you express yourself, that's like really, really important. Know who to collaborate with, and not just the people who are movers and shakers, but people who you can really work with. And it doesn't matter if they're running a record label now. in a few years, those people who are your friends will probably or could be in positions to help you later,
Right,
you know? So don't disregard people that are at your level, as in they can't do anything for me.
Right.
Because those relationships, like now, all those artists that are like MIA, Spank Rock, Amanda Blank, Sano Gold, they all know each other and they're all friends. Diplo, they've been friends for years, and now that one of them got on, everyone else has records coming out, and you know what I mean.
Bringing each other up. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were all friends, and they travel to that point that they are at together. So keep your friends close, help them grow, be honest with your criticism, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then
this is one of the more interesting answers I've got.
Oh, okay.
It's a little different than I usually get.
Oh, okay. And then don't overproduce. So learn how to say like no when someone wants to collaborate. Like no, I don't want to do that. It's not a good use of your time.
Okay.
I think that's really important. And then don't be afraid to like just approach people randomly, whether it's on MySpace at a show if you see them and you want to collaborate. Because that's how I ended up touring Europe, was a chance email sent on MySpace.
See,
honestly.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's really crazy. Touring Europe. Now, when we come back, we're gonna play another track right here. But when we come back, man, I really want to talk to you about Europe.
Okay.
And I know, Lisa, I want to talk about this giant bash we're getting 9 on this weekend here.
It's gonna be a huge party tomorrow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tunde, you're performing, right?
Yes, Stereolux is performing, and Sex Ghost, who are
Sex Ghost.
I don't know if people know Nilo Sanctum really.
Okay.
But they remind me, if Nilo Sanctum was fronted by a mix of Karen O, Gwen Stefani, and Madonna, like Sex Ghost is kind of like that, because the female lead is super energetic and really sexy and really knows how to perform. This sounds weird, but like use her body to perform.
Okay.
But it's not exploitative. It's just really, really interesting to watch.
Right.
So
And we
it's
got
fun.
DJ Wilfred Cyrus on the ones and twos all night.
Wilfred
too.
Cyrus.
He's been working on some stuff.
You are listening to WKUF LP 94.3 Flint.
Hungry, I think, because he hasn't performed in Flint in a while. Like it's been almost a few months.
He's holed up in the
he is
studio
hungry,
working on his
man.
Yeah,
album.
so he's really trying to. He's getting new gear, and I think that Valentine's Day is going to be his night to really show people a new side of what he's doing. So
Valentine's Day at the Loft, y'all.
10
All right.
p.m.
All right, y'all. We're going to drop a track on from the Stereolux album right here. Honey. We got Honey on here. So, y'all, this is Tunde and Controller. Honey.
Honey, stuck up in the Honey. One taste is all it takes to make me high. Strung out for that Honey. Now here's a little story about a chick named Jane. Jane was the biggest, baddest dame in the game. Jane was a high, every addict wanna try. East Coast, West Coast, North Side, South Side. She'd look over her shoulder, walking like she knows that fellas all be staring and they liking what she's wearing. She'd order up a drink and glad that it's the weekend. No, she's not a tease, but she knows they all be feeding for her skin, her touch, her lips, her love. The sky's not high.